is the data if you are absent to make up the Feel the Burn lab. The purpose of this lab is to examine what factors affect cellular respiration. Background information. Under normal circumstances, your body turns glucose or sugar into ATP or energy using oxygen through a series of steps called aerobic or with oxygen respiration. When your muscles are working extremely hard, they can't get enough oxygen to carry out aerobic respiration. For example, walking up 10 flights of stairs, doing push ups, or other forms of intense activities. Fortunately, your body can turn sugar into energy without oxygen. This process is called anaerobic respiration. Lactic acid is produced in your muscles during rapid exercise when the body cannot supply enough oxygen to the tissues. Your muscle cells rapidly begin to produce ATP by lactic acid fermentation. The buildup of lactic acid causes a painful burning sensation. This is why your muscles feel sore after only a few seconds of intense activity. The increased lactic acid can be removed primarily by getting more oxygen into your muscle cells. Now on page 69, I would like you to answer the five pre-lab questions. You should be done with your pre-lab questions and hypothesis on page 69. If you are not, go ahead and pause this video and finish those up. If you are, we are moving on to look at the materials in the procedure. So your materials are 2 fingers, clothespin, and a timer. Procedure. You will work in pairs during this activity. One will perform the experiment while the other acts as timekeeper. Number 2, use your thumb and index finger to open and close a clothespin as fast as you can in 30 seconds. Number 3, count the number of times you are able to close the clothespin. Write down this number. Number 4, repeat step 2 for 4 more times. A, you are doing 5 trials total. B, do not rest between the trials. C, make sure that your partner writes down the number of times that you open and close the clothespin every 30 seconds. 5, switch roles and repeat the experiment in all members from your group and create a line graph. Since this is a makeup lab, you will see one demonstration for you for the number of times that the paperclip was opened and closed. Then you will see a second time where you will be counting the number of times, and at the end, you will receive data from 2 other people. You are putting all this data in the data table on page 70. When you are done with collecting data, you will be graphing your data. You will have 4 separate lines, one for each person, on that graph on the bottom of page 70. So by now, you should have collected all the data for Turner, and that should be in your data table. And you should have written down the data for Mitnock, Gauthier, and CK. After you have that data written down, you're going to graph on page 70, and then you're going to turn to page 71 for the analysis questions and the CER. Please remember in your CER that you want to answer the question being asked, that you want to use quantitative in your evidence section, and that in the reasoning section you are following the four-step process, which is on page 2 of your lab workbooks. Good luck.